Hello and welcome to World of Tanks. Silrace here with, well, an SPG. If you look at the name, however, this is on a different account. I have a second separate account which is completely free to play, as in I have no premium time or anything of the sort on that account, and I only play artillery on that account. Because I wanted to learn how SPGs function, to know how to counter them, as in what can they do. And I started that up, and as I returned to the game, so I started this account up to learn SPGs. And I figured, alright, I'm gonna throw an SPG game here. I'm gonna throw a low tier SPG game which is barely adequate. We get a little bit of something done, and I can also talk about low tier SPGs a little bit and maybe get some pointers from the serious SPG players out there. Now, note that I have just started this account and this is completely free to play. I do not have anything on the Sturmpanzer Bison. This is Tier 3 German artillery or German SPG piece. Basically, I have 50% crew. I have no equipment whatsoever because I couldn't afford to buy anything like gun rammers or anything. I do not have the credits for them. And so on. So, yeah, aiming time is long, extremely long. There is almost 30-second reload time, which is something like 26 seconds, 27-second reload time, I believe. Something along those lines. But if my opponents are standing stationary like this T-28 here is, then we can get something done, which is kind of nifty. So, yes, I can do with this kind of targets, and here I should have moved actually, because the reloading takes such a long time anyway. I should have moved. However, I wasn't spotted, and I know that artillery of this tier does not get full reach across the map. You can only reach about half of the map, and I saw the trees falling here. Now as the T-28 is gone, I'm just gonna plonk a shell in here. Interesting thing about this particular SPG. Oops, it got blown up. Wow. Alright, it got blown up. Blind shot. Anyone? Alright. Interesting thing about this SPG, this Sturmpanzer Bison, is the fact that it only gets 12 shells, 12 shots for an entire game. So, oh yeah. So far we are doing very well. I mean, we are up 4 kills, and I even managed to kill somebody, which is insane, considering 50% crew, about 0.8 accuracy, and like 8-second, 10-second aiming time, and things of that nature. But this is getting to the point. I'm just gonna fire that shell, because I realized, looking at the minimap, oh bloody heck, this whole flank is gonna collapse. I need to go hide somewhere, so I just fired a shell blindly off into there because I was fully aimed. I was hoping there would be somebody else still hiding there, but probably not, or apparently I didn't hit anybody. Or if I hit, they didn't get blown to bits. So, let us pull back into a different kind of cover. And I have no idea how and where the good SPG cover is on this particular map. In all honesty, those bushes I used early on, those are very predictable. So I am surprised nobody was blind firing those. At least they would have been very predictable for me. Anyway, so I'm moving up here, and I'm trying to use this Hetzer for, you know, spotting for me. As in, hopefully this Hetzer stays alive long enough that I can get a shot off, but look at this aiming time. And then the Hetzer pushes forward and is going to get shredded. Okay. Another big issue with this particular SPG is look at how narrow that cone of fire is. Okay, I got the shell landed about where the Lux was, somewhere close by. Splash radius is too small to really be all that effective. And I am trying to get a shot off on this Hetzer here. Try to destroy dangerous enemies. That is my philosophy for playing, for whenever I play an SPG. Of course, you don't always have the choice to, but the ones which are dangerous and likely to destroy your team, for example this Lux thing on the enemy team, that one probably can just roll through the rest of my team just fine. So I was trying to get a shot off on it. Of course, at these tires there is also the issue, especially when you run an account like mine, where I don't have anything. I don't have camo nets, binoculars, I don't have gun rammer even, I do not have any of these things, I do not have premium consumables, or rather, I am equipping 2 premium consumables, just for the passive benefits of them, for this tank. Possibility for the crew not to get, you know, slaughtered, and a little bit faster repair speed, just in case I get dragged and don't instantly get destroyed somehow. And here the narrow gun arc is messing up with me, and somebody manages to at least blow that up. Now, at this point it's kind of safe assumption that the Lux is probably not coming from this direction. Probably. And then that happens. So I'm like, okay, is it actually coming through here or not? And this is probably where I make the mistake. I should have pushed in to those bushes in front of me. However, there is also the problem that I have 50% crew. At this point when I'm playing, I think they are like 51% or 52% skill. So basically, I wouldn't be able to spot the Lux before it spots me anyway. And then something else gets destroyed on the other part of the map. And I realized, alright, the Lux is definitely not pushing through there, and suddenly the score is even here. I have done barely anything, alright, so well, I have 1 kill, I have a little bit of damage I have done to the T-28, and a little bit of tracking damage to the T-28. There is the Lux, alright, let's try, whoop, wrong camera angle, automatic click to sniper mode still, and I missed. I was trying to do that to the Lux, and with the Panzer IVA destroying the Lux, that gets really lucky, and I managed to avoid the enemy artillery shell, which is just fantastic. Now we just need to back up the Panzer IVA and the M1542, whatever the heck that is, never heard of it before. So now we just need to back those up, and we can maybe win this game still. Especially if we can get the Panzer 38T done away with. Because if that happens, we can maybe possibly deal with the 2 artilleries left. Or the Panzer IVA will probably able to. Now, M37 is spotted there in the distance, and I really don't have the aiming time to wait and shoot at it. So I am just pulling back. And I'm going to try and move in such a fashion as to try and cover up the Panzer IVA. In case the Panzer 38T like pulled back and went to the middle of the map and went towards the city where he, or the person driving that tank probably now knows that the Panzer IVA is. Alright, nice, found another artillery piece, and now there is only the Panzer 38T left. Isn't that fantastic? Well, I would say it is kind of fantastic, kind of interesting. And I am just pulling back, pushing through here because at this point I want to try and be on the same side as my teammates are of the map, so I do not get singled out alone by some kind of a light tank like the Panzer 38T, which is now pushing for the AMX. And here we are, and I am trying to get a shot off, maybe. If I get lucky here. I have no idea why the Panzer 38T hasn't just destroyed the damn thing yet. And there is my shell landing and going completely missing. And wait, is it out of ammo? I have no idea what is happening here. Okay, there we go. And so the AMX manages to do some self-defense there. And if you look at the kill numbers, the AMX did so much better job here. Like 4 kills and stuff, proper SPG play. So looking at the things here, what could I have done differently? Well, first of all, I should have moved faster or more in these bushes or from the bushes to here already between shots, while I'm spending over 20 seconds reloading anyway. So there is that. That I should have done better. I should have just aimed better in general for those couple of shots, and I probably should have stayed in here, come to think of it, because this artillery was not moving and now I left them entirely alone with my thought process of, alright, I want to be on the same side with these tanks, the Panzer 4A and maybe this thing, because I do not have upgraded radio, I have no idea where they are. So I should have been, like, the idea was to go somewhere here so that they are between me and the incoming enemy light tank, because the enemy light tank is just gonna shred me if it finds me. However, now I left this SPG entirely alone, and had I been here I could have been able to possibly contribute better to the fight. Possibly, I don't know, maybe. So that is something I do have to give some more thought to. Like, do I abandon the friendly arty to try and, you know, survive? Or do I try to help them out in a sort of a camaraderie fashion? Those early shots here, I should have aimed them better, and so on. Anyway, hopefully that was entertaining for somebody out there, for low-tier artillery gameplay with, like, nothing on it. If you're interested in doing something like this yourself, feel free to create a brand new account and see how that works out, huh? Thank you very much for watching.